Do you wish that more than anything in the world you understood how to activate the law of attraction? Do you feel as though your life would improve considerably if you could just get that darn law of attraction to be active in your life consistently rather than catch as catch can? And do you desire to learn how to manifest your desires quickly and easily? Would you like to get rid of all of the bad stuff in your life so you could enjoy the little bit of good that you've managed to manifest? Are you feeling overwhelmed and ready for answers? Welcome, everyone. It's Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, and I am so delighted that you're here with me today because that's exactly what we're going to help you do. You are going to learn the ins and the outs of manifesting and the law of attraction because your solution is here today. You're not a bad manifester. You don't need help with your manifesting ability. It's not your manifesting that needs help. It's your focus. So when we come back, I'm going to show you how to start looking in the right direction and stop swimming upstream.
Angel Heart Radio programs should not be used to replace your medical, healthcare, or legal advice. Welcome to Angel Heart Radio, where we celebrate you. We celebrate your divine connection. We celebrate your magnificence. We celebrate you as a beautiful being here on planet Earth, sharing your love and your light. We are so blessed to have amazing hosts here on Angel Heart Radio. We fan your seeds of hope and we help you to plant more. AngelHeartRadio.com is our station and AngelLight777.com is our big sister. All the links, the series, host information, how to visit us, and really how to receive the best from Angel Heart Radio, and a whole lot more besides. Thank you for choosing to be with us on Angel Heart Radio. We're so grateful to share with you. Powered by love, Angel Heart Radio is brought to you by AngelLight777.com.
So we're back with the big job of learning how to manifest correctly or how to use the law of attraction so that you actually get what you want. Now, if anybody had told me 30 years ago when I was, it's more like 40 years ago when I was just beginning this journey that I was good at manifesting, I would have found that to be the most humorous thing that you could ever say. I read every book. I studied. I went to classes. 40 years ago, we did not have the internet. So there were no YouTube videos giving me instructions on how to do this. So there was a lot of reading, a lot of struggle, a lot of asking God, why? Why am I so terrible at this? And I didn't get it right away. I didn't understand how incredibly simple the law of attraction really is. To me, it was something magical and mystical, something that was out of my reach, that I was not yet capable, didn't have the skills, I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the ability. It seemed like a thing that was always going to be out of my reach. The only thing that really confused me was other people seemed to manifest things, and those people often were not very nice. I would think to myself, gosh, what is going on? Do you have to be mean in order to get the things that you desire? Well, I tried being mean. Didn't go very well because that's not really who I am, and it felt so uncomfortable that it just wasn't a pleasant experience for me. Then I thought, maybe it's because they're all really selfish. Now, please understand, these are huge, broad generalizations that were really not true, but they were true to me because I needed something, some reason why I couldn't do it right. So I was looking for things that other people appeared to have that I didn't have because I was going to add them into my way of being so I could be good at law of attraction too. So these are just things that I was making up in my own mind. But please don't assume that I believe that you need to be mean or selfish or self-centered or unloving in order to activate the law of attraction. But when I was beginning and I was untrained, I was looking everywhere. I was pretty frantic to find an answer. None of them worked because none of them were the truth. The truth was, I was quite good at law of attraction. I was quite good at manifesting. I spent most of my day worried about what was going to happen next, feeling like a failure, feeling as though I was never really going to make it, or that other people were better than I was, or that they brought more skills to the table, or they had a better personality, or looked better, or whatever label I was using at the time. And because that was my focus, and all of my emotional energy went toward that belief system, I consistently attracted to myself, manifested for me, situations in which I didn't earn as much as other people. I didn't feel that I was attractive because perhaps I would manifest these incredibly good-looking people to be around me, and I felt that I couldn't compete, or that I didn't have clothing that was looked as good on me as theirs did. It didn't matter. It just mattered that whatever I had become focused on, whatever area of myself that I felt was lacking, is what I was practicing in my vibration. So all of my attention, all of my focus, all of my emotional capital went into finding people that I thought were better than I was, and then comparing myself to them and finding myself to be lacking. So I had all of this energy going toward, you're not good enough. And then I was completely surprised that what came into my life were more situations that explained to me why I was not as good as other people. So then I began a big story about, oh, look at that. See, it's just that I don't know how to use the law of attraction. I'm not good at manifesting. I'm getting all of these unwanted products. They're showing up minute by minute. It can't be me. I'm telling the universe I don't want this. So why in the heck am I stuck experiencing it over and over again? That was me for a good 20 years. New me understands, and that's what I'm going to teach us today. So we need to understand, number one, learning how to manifest and to activate the law of attraction, or in other words, how to get the universe to respond to us in a positive manner, or just how to get the universe to respond in general. That's not your problem. The universe is always responding. They never take a day off. The universe will never say, oh gosh, I can't hear you right now. I'm in the shower, or I'm listening to the radio and I can't be bothered with what you're saying. The universe is always listening, and that's why it is so important for us to get this right. You don't have a problem using the law of attraction. You don't have a problem manifesting. You're a brilliant manifester. You use the law of attraction with ease, and you're getting everything you're asking for each and every time. So, what's the problem? You're not asking for trouble after trouble after trouble, or are you? If you're not focusing on what you want, if you're looking instead at everything that can go wrong and trying to have a conversation that you think the universe won't hear, that goes something along the lines of, oh my gosh, I really hope this is going to go well. Please go well. Please go well. Oh, I'm so scared. I really hope this is going to go well. The only thing that you're going to attract is more reason to be scared, more of a hopeful instead of an I know so. We have to understand words can be substituted back and forth. It's not the words that are causing you the problem. It is the emotion and the belief system that you have attached to those words. Your dominant thought, which becomes your dominant vibration, is what you're going to attract. So if you're looking at what you don't want, that's what you're going to receive. Now, it's going to be a complete surprise if you're not paying attention. If you're doing the la 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 in your life, oh, I told the universe that I'd like a new car. And every time you get in the car that you're presently driving, oh, I hope this car starts. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous when I'm driving this car. I'm just worried that it's going to break down every minute. I am so anxious because what if it breaks down? Well, what am I going to do then? This is really scary for me. How is that attracting a new car for you? It is attracting a problem, a tow, an expensive repair. You've got to be focused and putting into the universe what it is that you desire. So how do we do that? First of all, you cannot be inconsistent in your vibrational offering. So going back to the car, let's say that when I'm not driving the car, I'm walking around or talking with friends and I'm saying, oh, I'm so excited about the new car that's being delivered to me by the universe. And you go on and you describe the car and all of its features. Perhaps you even say how great it's going to smell because you're getting a new car, and new cars always have that new car smell. And you're getting really excited and really emotionally attached to it. Then, while you are in that conversation, you have successfully activated the law of attraction to bring you that new car. If that's all you did, if that was all your conversation was, you would be in great shape and that new car would absolutely become yours. But here's what's probably happening. So you have a good 5 minutes where you're able to focus on that new car and you can get really wrapped up in the high vibration of having something work out for you in the best possible way. But then you go to drive your car and you look at it and you say, oh, look at that dent. Gosh, the paint's kind of chipped and scratched and cracked, and I kind of feel ashamed driving this car. Well, it's all I have. It was the best that I could do. I guess I should be grateful that I have a car. You get in. Notice there's not one speck of joy in my tone. I am not truly grateful. I'm resentful. I'm using the word I should be grateful, but I'm not attaching to it in any way of joy or real gratitude. I'm saying the word hoping that it's going to be magical. There are no magical words. There is a magical you. Each one of you is magic, but you must do the work to find your own magic. So, I'm in my car. I put the key in the ignition. Gosh, I wish I had one of those great cars that's push button start. Oh, poor me. My car is so old. I hope I don't get a flat tire. Wow, I hope it starts. Oh, yeah, I'm really grateful I have a car. No, you're not. You're just complaining, and you're trying to wipe out all of that complaining by using the word grateful every once in a while. So let's erase all of that and let's go up to that old car while we are staying in the high vibrational a place of alignment with the thing that we do want. So let's do this all over again. And then I'm going to give you a 3-step formula that will help you with more consistent results. Because we got to remember, it's not a great tool or a great technique if you don't know how to use it. So it has to be simple and easy to use. Please now, I don't want to hear, oh, she thinks I'm stupid. No, I don't. Let's be realistic. If it's complicated, if it takes a long time, if it requires a whole lot of moving pieces, are you going to do it? No. If you will, hats off to you because I won't. So it has to be simple and easy to use, has to fit into your current lifestyle. And as you grow spiritually, I want you to be able to consistently and delightedly upgrade your toolbox. You never have to be worried that, gosh, this thing that I learned in kindergarten, it's really not that great anymore. I realize it's a little too simple for me. As you grow, allow the tools that you're using to grow with you. There are always going to be elements of your beginning knowledge in your more advanced tools. So let's take a look at that. What do I mean? Well, when we're in kindergarten, we learn to recognize letters. That's a great thing. We can't read if we don't recognize the letters. So those skills from kindergarten get folded into the higher learning. That's why it's certainly A-OK to consistently upgrade your toolbox. And the other thing that makes it a good tool is it must be something that you would be willing to do over and over and over again. If the tool is boring to you, too complicated, too difficult, or just doesn't resonate with you, it's very unlikely that you're going to use it long enough so that it can be effective. So those are the things that you need to look for in a good tool. Now, we also have to always remember that your attraction point is only capable of being the same as your dominant focal point. So if you are looking, remember we're using the example of our worn out car. If you're looking at it, talking about it, thinking about it, and assigning it any emotion, then you're attracting it. So if we're looking at our worn out car, remember the first example? I looked at it and I saw the dents, the scratches, the peeling paint, the faded paint, all of the things that were wrong with it. There is no way I can attract a bright and shiny new car as long as I am actively looking at everything that is wrong in this old car. And I'm going to show you how we can change that even while we're looking at the same thing. But in just a moment, because I want you to have a little more information. All lower energies, worry, fear, confusion, lack, jealousy, resentment, anger, anything like that. It keeps you attached to and attracting everything you don't want. The fastest way to get the things that you don't want is to stay in the low registers, the low energy of fear and all of its byproducts. So this means you're really going to have to pay attention. You're really going to have to be listening to what you're saying. You're really going to have to pay attention. You can't live your life off in no man's land, just consistently just vegging out and expect to be successful. When you are focused on what you don't want, pretending, well, if I identify everything I don't want, then I'll be able to attract what I do want. Okay, those are two different things. You can certainly look at the things that you don't want to say, okay, well, this car is blue. I don't think I want a blue car next time. It showed the dirt too easily. So maybe I want, and then you put in a car that you do want, the color that you do want. That's using what you don't want effectively. However, if you were just to keep being the broken record, well, I don't want a car that's scratched, I don't want a car that's blue, I don't want a car with dents, I don't want a car. You have not transferred that or used that information so that it is now something positive. Instead, you're focused on everything you don't want. And the only thing that can come to you is more of what you don't want. The universe does not do your thinking for you. There is no little law of attraction genie that says, well, she's consistently talking about what she doesn't want, so that means we need to flip it around and only give her what she does want. It doesn't happen that way. What you put out with focus, through words, through actions, the emotion that you attach to it, that is what you will receive in return. When you are talking about what you don't want, you're pushing against what's not wanted, hoping that what's wanted is on the other side. Let's stop being Sisyphus trying to roll the stone up the hill forever. Nothing has power independent of your attention. This wanted thing can't get into your life if you won't pay attention to it. No attention, no power. Stop trying to defeat an unwanted substance by force. The only thing that is going to work is that you ignore it. You take your attention away from it. When you ignore it, it begins to wither and die. It will not stay active. You must give all of yourself to that which is wanted and exclude from your awareness that which you don't want. So, let's get ready to stop swimming upstream. So, here we are. We've still got this ugly, old, beat-up car. And somehow I'm telling you, you need to look at that car and see and speak and feel attached to only you do want, what you do want. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I am saying, see what's not there and allow yourself to have everything that you could desire. So, what we need to do is really get an understanding of, wait, hold on, guys. I'm having trouble here with I have done something crazy with the computer. I hit it with my arm, and now I've done something crazy. So give me just a second to figure it out. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, you know what? We're just going to go forward, and I will figure it out later. So here's the thing that I want you to remember or to understand more than anything, and that is you have complete power. Absolutely no one and nothing can take away the power from you. And so, what do I mean by that? God didn't make it unfair. God doesn't do that. So, it would be unfair if you were unable to have control over the things that happen to you. It would be unfair if you just had to do what I believed we were doing, which is just, make the best of it. Do whatever you needed to do and hope that things would work out well. But that's not the world that we're living in. We're living in this incredible world where what we say, what we focus on, what we give our attention to, what we place our energy into, and our feelings when we get really emotionally attached to it, we create things. So we can create things that we want. So here we are looking at this old car. It's beat up, it's scratched, it's dented. Maybe it's even missing a headlight. I want you to walk up to that car and begin finding things about the car that you can be genuinely grateful for, that you really do appreciate, and focus only on those. So I'm walking up to the car. I love the shape of this car. It really has that. I'm really grateful. It has such a great shape. Or it's really easy for me to see out of this car. Or let's say it's not. Let's say this car is really low to the ground and it's very difficult. I'm little. Very difficult for me to see out of cars that don't kind of give you a taller vantage point. I could say, I really am grateful for this car. It has taught me that I need a car that's a little bit taller, that will allow me to see the road from a different perspective. Now I am totally manifesting that which I want. Or this car was such a beautiful color. I love this rich blue color. I would love another car that's this rich blue color. Perhaps I'd even like it to be metallic so it would be shinier. Or if you don't like the color, I know that blue was really a popular color when they made this car, but I think I'd like a white car. White probably will be much cooler. Wow, won't they be lovely? I'll be driving this white car and it's going to stay so much cooler in the summer. Do you see how I am not allowing myself to get fixated or to get stuck in the what's wrong rut? I am constantly refocusing my energy and my attention onto the thing that is wanted, and I am recognizing I'm not falling asleep, I'm staying focused, I am recognizing my role in attracting what I do want. So I'm not hoping the universe will take my confusion, my gibberish, my inconsistent thoughts, and find a way to deliver to me what I want. Instead, I am focused, I am positive, I am emotionally attaching myself to what I desire. I am not leaving it up to chance. If you leave it up to chance, those are the kind of rewards that you're going to receive. So, here is the tool that I want to share with you. Now, everything my guides give to me is on my blog. So, if you need additional information or you want to hear it from them, directly from the source, what I do is extrapolate the information and explain it more fully. Because when you channel messages, they tend to be more succinct and a little bit less clear than when you have someone using real life examples or explaining it to you. And that's the purpose for why I want to make sure that you understand completely the channeled messages. They're not doing it to be coy or cute or make it difficult for you. It's just they expect that you have a certain level of understanding. So I explain it a little more, and in doing so, of course, I help myself and I help you as well. So here's what they have suggested that we do. First, you make a commitment, which is a promise to yourself. Don't look at a commitment as something, oh my gosh, now I have to make a commitment. Let's stop with all these negative, silly labels. Yes, you're going to commit. You're going to make a promise to yourself, and that promise is to take positive action every day. If you don't do this, you may default back to the societal norm, which is to be negative. If you like your life the way it is, don't do anything. Don't change it. No one is forcing you to change it. But if you're not happy where you are, do something positive. That is the only way you're going to get the result that you want. So, take positive action every day. Make it a daily habit, not a once-in-a-lifetime habit. If you're going to be successful using any of the tools that I share with you, you must be consistent. I cannot create for you a tool that you can use once every 6 months and change your life. If you are going to be successful using anything I share with you, you must use it consistently. So, you have made a promise to take positive action every day to make it a daily habit, and my guide said start with one positive action. Here's where a lot of us get really screwed up. I'm going to take positive action. I'm going to do 1,000 positive things today. That sounds really, really incredibly wonderful and also impossible to do. Start with one. You do not begin an exercise program saying, I'm going to exercise for the next 6 hours. You're not going to do it. Exercise for 6 months and 6 minutes. Get really excited about the fact that you did that 6 minutes and keep increasing it. So, one positive action, that's all you have to do. Commit to taking one positive action. Because once you take one and it feels good, you will be programming yourself to take more and more and more. Remember, an effective tool is simple. One is simple. It's easy. One is easy. It fits into any lifestyle. One fits into any lifestyle. So you always have to choose something that has no limiters. Another example of this would be, okay, I'm going to spend $1,000 a month on courses and improving myself. Well, if your income is $1,000 a month, that's not very realistic. So choose something that's free, quick, and easy. So nothing can prevent you from executing it. Then, as you get better, if you decide, hey, I'd really love a coach is going to cost you at least $1,000 a month if you are doing one-on-one coaching. Greatest investment you'll ever make, but be prepared to pay. Nobody's going to do it for you for free. That's their work. When you work with me, it is my work. You will pay me for helping you if that's our agreement. You don't have to pay for the podcast. This is something that I am gifting to you, gifting back to the community as a way to say thank you. So, no limiters when you begin. Free, quick, easy. When I began 40 years ago, my income was very minimal, and I could not have paid. So I didn't include that as something that I needed. Instead, I told you I went to the library. I checked out books on spirituality. I went to lectures. When I had extra money, I went to classes and was so grateful for those teachers because it was very, very difficult to do it on my own. But I never asked them to do it for me for free. I understood the value that I was purchasing. However, when I didn't have the money, I made it free. Now, I didn't make it quick because I had already agreed to a long-term commitment with myself. But in the beginning, it had to be free, quick, and easy because I couldn't see that it had any benefit. And I wasn't going to stick with it if it didn't. Once the habit is established, though, that's when you can begin expanding. That's when you can add on the things that really will help you make more progress quickly. But in the beginning, do what you can and be delighted about what you're able to do. That creates a no excuses approach. If it's too difficult, if you have added in too many hoops to jump through, it is so likely that you are going to quit or fail. So let's take a look at what is happening energetically under the surface. But first, let's go back for just a minute, because I really made a big statement when I said if it's too difficult, there's a huge likelihood of failure. So I'll give you an example of a technique that I was taught that I don't believe I ever used after I left the class, or perhaps I tried to use it once or twice, but it was so difficult and it was so demanding that, and I couldn't really perceive the value in it, that I kind of said to myself, wow, I've really wasted my money. This was so difficult that, and it doesn't seem to help me, that I should have been a little more discerning before I chose this class. But there was a lot of great information in there. So once I said, you know what, I can let go of the technique, but hold on to all the information and create my own technique, because the information was really incredibly valuable. That way I had no resentment over spending the money and receiving a technique that I thought I couldn't use. So the technique went something along the lines of, and I'm sure most of you have seen something like this because it was quite popular. I'll try to remember it. I think you take your right hand and block your left nostril and, oh gosh, and there was some other sequence. Everything was cross. So right blocked the left nostril and left did something to the right. Maybe it was one eye was open or your one arm was moving. It was I can't even remember it. It was a really, really complicated breathing sequence. Oh, and I think that's what it was. right blocked the left nostril, and you breathed in through the right nostril 7 times, out, then out through the mouth for a certain amount of time. Then you switched nostrils, and you kept doing this back, and honestly, I never got comfortable. I never experienced any relaxation from the breathing or any kind of transportive feeling, when you go into that meditative state and you begin relaxing and you just feel, oh, and you sort of are transported into this other realm. I couldn't get any of that because I was so anxious about remembering the blocking and breathing sequence that I wasn't relaxing at all. Now, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that technique. It just wasn't the right one for me. So I figured out something that worked better for me, but my first instinct was, I'm just going to dump the whole damn thing. I'm so angry. I can't use this. I'm so frustrated. So I had to work through that and realize, well, now I'm getting nothing. I'm getting my frustration, if that's all I want. But right now, by being in this bad mood and staying in this bad place, I'm getting nothing except more to become frustrated and angry about. Because what happens for us energetically under the surface? Because the physical manifestation, that feeling in your physical body or the new car arriving in your driveway, is the end product of holding a consistent energetic vibration. It always starts as an intention. You have to have an I want this somewhere in your vibration, as opposed to I don't want any. I have heard so many people say, universe, stop giving me. I don't want this. And they never say what they do want, and then they can't understand why what they don't want keeps showing up. You kept talking about it. You were attached to it. You were focused on it. That's all that was able to manifest. Now, we want to choose to share something lovely. So, the first thing they've asked you to do is to be positive. The second thing they're asking you to do is give of yourself. Share something lovely. What's this do? Well, you're forced to focus on all that's good and lovely because you're looking to share that. The law of attraction, therefore, is being activated on your behalf to bring you your point of focus, which is now joy, miracles, love, something lovely. What a surprise. You're going to get exactly the thing that you desired. I also want you to gift yourself some meditation time every day. It does not have to be sitting still, chanting, or doing anything that feels uncomfortable for you. A walk can be extremely meditative, but walk where you allow your whole being to be in that moment, focused on the breath, allowing the chatter in your mind to completely subside so that you are divinely connected. And the other thing that you're going to be doing, this is a daily practice, is to spend time allowing the outside to match the inside. That doesn't mean you have to get dressed up like you're going to a ball every day. It means brushing your hair, taking a moment to look in the mirror and say, wow, I love you, or choosing clothes that are flattering rather than whatever was on the floor. Taking a little bit of time with your appearance. If you do love makeup or putting together really sharp outfits, then do that. Allow that to be fun for you. But the whole idea is so that when you're in the world, you will have to be present in this moment. First of all, the first thing that we're going to do is we set this positive intention. We made this commitment to ourselves. We are going to do something positive. So let's choose for the thing that we're going to do is that we're going to find someone to compliment. So what's going to happen for us? Well, first of all, we've got to be really present. We can't be looking down at our phone or grumbling about what's wrong and chattering with our friends about everything that's wrong. If we are actively searching for something that we can say to someone that is complimentary to them, you've got to be focused on the good. And you can't do that if you're absent. So getting in this daily positive practice means that you're going to create both physical and energetic awareness. It's a reminder service of what's right, and it's going to make it really easy to establish the habit. So not only have you suddenly gotten more aware of what you're thinking, because now you have to be actively searching for someone who you're going to compliment, but you've energetically shifted your attraction point, because now you're actively engaged only in that which is pleasing and that which is desired, because you're looking all around. Who can I compliment? Well, in order to do that, you've got to be focused on what's right instead of what's wrong. So you're in a state of positive expectation. You're looking for the good so that you can comment on it. And when you talk about the good, you're going to uplift yourself. Those around you are going to be uplifted. And the conversation and the focus of the entire group is going to shift to a more positive vibration. They are going to feed that back to you. You're going to become even more positive. You're going to feed that out to them. They are going to become more positive. It's just a big, beautiful circle where everybody gains. So you are not only affecting yourself when you change your vibration, you're affecting everyone around you. Anyone who is willing and open to receiving this positive vibration gets drawn in a beautiful way. Now, the other thing is, I want you to do this practice from the heart. I am the heart healer. I do everything from the heart, and I wanted you to teach you to do the same as I. So you get really delighted to offer this act of service that has no strings. But remember, it has to be simple, easy, and fun. Giving someone a compliment is one of the easiest things you can do, and it feels great. There is absolutely nothing negative that can come out of giving someone a genuine compliment. Now, the final part of this is you're going to be looking to receive something, not necessarily from the person you gave to, but just throughout your day. So we've got three things going on. The first thing is you've agreed to be positive. The second thing is you're looking, gosh, who can I help? And the third thing is, well, who's going to help me? So let's put this into practice. Let's make this an easy formula and just make it your daily morning routine. Remember, this is always free. So there's no limiters. There's no reason why you can't do this. Okay, let's say you have a day sick in bed. Okay, you can let yourself off the hook in terms of getting out and walking around the neighborhood trying to find someone to compliment. But it's very likely that even if you are having a stay in bed day, you're probably going to be on your phone. So I am pretty sure you could still find someone to compliment on any of the social media sites. Now, after you give your compliment, or even before, you've got two things running side by side. You've got your overall overarching banner, which is I have made a commitment, a promise to myself to be positive as often as possible. I have made a commitment or a promise to myself that I'm going to find someone to give a compliment to every day. And have made a commitment or a promise to myself that I am going to be open to receiving from someone else. We're not going to say what it is that we will receive, but we're just going to be open to receiving. Let the universe decide what it is that you need to receive that would be of the most benefit to you. You want to give freely with no strings and receive unconditionally. It can be the most magnificent gift or the teeny tiniest gift, and I want you to receive it with the same amount of joy. When you are agreeing in your life to both give and receive, you have entered a state of perfect balance. That means you're perfectly in alignment. You're beautifully balanced and giving and receiving. You're flowing. You're not pushing against anything. You're in a state of beautiful flow. And that means that you're going to be in a state of abundance. So you're attracting that which you do desire. You're effectively using the law of attraction. But as promised, I told you I was going to demonstrate how we're going to use this 3-point formula. First point is always keeping your focus on what's positive. Second, find someone that you can do a loving thing for. Be of loving service to someone else. Third thing, be open to receiving in love from someone else. This is not romantic love. Please don't get confused that this is something where you now feel obligated to the person in any way, shape, or form. This is a lovely, flowing give and take that can be done between strangers, friends, lovers, spouses, partners, children. It doesn't matter. There are just 3 tenets: positive, be of loving service, be willing to receive from anyone, whomever it is that decides they want to give to you. Doesn't have to be the person that you were of service to. Be unconditional, and it will allow your life to have so much more freedom than you thought was possible. So here we go. We wake up in the morning and let's set an intention. Now, generally, when I wake up in the morning, I have the idea that I'm going to set an intention, but gratitude has become such an incredibly large part of my life that the intention ends up being more gratitude. So intention can also be gratitude if that's what works best for you. So I wake up in the morning and I'll start to say, I'm excited and about this day, and I'm just filled with joy. And then I'm so grateful to be filled with joy that I begin saying, Mother, Father, God, I thank you so much. I love you so much. I am so grateful that you have taught me these concepts, that I am able to use this and teach it to others. So, thank you. My intention was, hey, I just want to have a great day, to be filled with joy and find more and more reasons to be grateful and positive throughout my day. But gratitude has become such a big part of my life that generally it kind of takes over. So I've set my intention. I'm feeling good. I've filled myself with joy. I'm filled to overflowing. And I immediately now shift my attention to, so how do I want to be of loving service today? Generally, I have as my fallback plan, I want to find somebody that I can compliment today. I want to say something nice to someone else. Now, because I'm the heart healer, because this is my work, it is easy for me to be of service. It is just natural when someone says to me, I'm feeling this, that, or the other thing, to immediately morph into service mode and say, gosh, I so hear what you're saying. And I think if you tried this, or you chose this approach, or you shifted your focus just a little bit, you would find that that feeling is no longer bothering you, or um, that that's not what is going to continue occurring for you. But that's because this is the work I do and this is who I am. You don't need to do that. Don't copy me. Be you. So always I have the default program of I'm going to find someone that I can give a genuine compliment to every day. So I already know my act of loving service, if someone doesn't present themselves needing real serious help, I'm going to make sure that I find someone to compliment. And then I say, and I am so excited that to figure out, or to be the recipient of some wonderful act of service in return. Some unconditional love is going to come my way. So from the moment that I wake up, I'm excited. Wow, who can I find to give a compliment to first? Who can I serve first? Sometimes it may be myself. And as soon as I have created or committed this act of loving service, not servitude, loving service, then I think, whoa, okay, I did that. That was really fun. I probably want to do some more, but I have to remember to be on the lookout for who's going to do something nice for me. So I am so actively engaged in my day because now there's a give and take going on constantly. And notice I didn't say, what homeless person can I find to give $20 to, in the hopes that someone will come and give $20 back to me. That's manipulation. That's not effectively using the law of attraction. That's manipulation because I am not pure in my desire. I am trying to, actually, I wouldn't even say that. I would say, oh, what homeless person can I give $20 to? And then I want to receive it times 10. So I would be looking for someone to give me 200. That is not pure. Underneath that is a feeling of desperation. I'm not in my high elevation. I'm in my manipulative, kind of scared, I need $200 energy. You can't attract from that point of manipulation. You're just going to cause a problem for yourself. So, giving to someone, sometimes people give to me before I've had a chance to do anything, and I gratefully receive. Other times, I could give quite a few compliments and perhaps receive only one thing in return and quite late in the day. But I know that it will eventually balance itself out. There may be a day when I receive such a gift of such enormous value that what I've been able to give doesn't seem adequate. But I don't worry that it's tit for tat. I know it balances itself out. So I do what I do best at giving And I stay in a state of expectation that I will receive that which is for my highest good. Whether it's a little or a lot, I will be delighted and grateful for it. So your morning can be the same. First, you set that positive intention. Then you decide what it is that you would like to give today. And I would always recommend that you give something free unless money is no object for you and it would feel good for you to gift someone money. Please don't give money looking to activate the times 10 rule, because then you're giving from a place of desperation and not purity. So, first positive, setting yourself up for success. Now, what can I give? What would bring joy to my heart if I gave it to another person? And then I am excited to receive. I don't have to manipulate what I'm going to receive because I can trust the universe to send me that which is for my highest good. Why? Because my predominant vibration is on positive, loving joy. So I know law of attraction has now been activated to successfully, instead of, well, it's always successful, so let me change that. I know that law of attraction has been activated to bring me more of what I do want instead of the things that I hope I don't attract. So I'm positive. I'm excited about how I can be successful and loving and kind to another person. I am in a state of expectation to receive that thing which is for my highest good, and I can trust that I have activated law of attraction to bring me everything I do want. It will be a complete shock if I don't receive something good. Every day, I'm excited to see what good thing will manifest. Now, that doesn't mean that nothing bad ever happens in my life. There are times when I have a challenging situation to deal with. Okay. But because I have prepared so well and changed my vibration from one of negativity to one of the high vibe of love, joy, and peace, I am much more able to handle the challenging situation without going into a negative place. And that's what I want for you. But please don't put silly restrictions on it, like if it doesn't happen in the first 10 seconds, it won't happen. Everything that I teach will work, but you have to apply it. You must apply it consistently, and you must do it for a long enough period of time for it to create a change in your physical world, which the transformation will happen first in the energetic. You'll be able to feel it before you see it. Really, really, really important. If you can feel it, it's on its way to you. Don't wait to see it before you recognize it. Recognize it when it's in the vibration, when you've successfully created for yourself something that you do want. Get excited. Get delighted. You're amazing. And when it comes in the physical, celebrate again. Never stop celebrating. You're amazing. So now we're out of time, but you have a new technique that you can use every day that can be absolutely free. You've got no reason why you can't use it. It's simple. It could be 30 seconds, or you can make it long in your morning. When you wake up, you could do all that in 30 seconds. Oh, wow, I'm so excited. I'm setting my intention to be positive. I can't wait to give someone a compliment, and I'm excited to see who's going to serve me and bring me something that's for my highest good. Or you can draw it out and make it into a big formal ritual. It doesn't matter. It only matters that it works for you. Now, what do you do if you are feeling completely lost and confused and you just need help? Go to my website, Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, Marcia spelled Marcia. Schedule your complimentary consultation. Now remember, I told you I'm only going to be willing to take the first 3 callers, the first 3 schedulers will get that 30-minute consultation. And you will have to answer some questions before I agree to work with you about what this means to you. If you are just joking, if this is just a lark, I'm not the right person to work with you then. You're not going to take it seriously. You're not going to get good results. And we're not going to be a good energetic match. But if you really want to change, if life feels like it's out of control or you're unhappy for any reason, contact me. Or if you just feel that you need help on your spiritual journey, I absolutely can help you, guide you, and lead you into a life of joy if you are willing to work with me. So, it's Marcia, Marcia, Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer. I'm so grateful that you were here with me today, even though we had to change the day. Next week, we're back on Sunday. So, until next Sunday, I'm sending you all my love.
You've been listening to another fabulous program on Angel Heart Radio. Our goal is to remind you of how much you matter in the world and to let you know that we appreciate who you are in the world. You can check out who's on, when we're on, and who our guests are at angelheartradio.com. Everything is there. It's all just one click away. Angel Heart Radio programs are powerful tools to help you in your life and your life experience. They are not intended, nor should they, be used to replace your medical or legal advice. The views expressed by hosts, co-hosts, callers, guests, and associates should not be construed as advice from Angel Heart Radio.